Hey guys, this is Tetz with the weekly recap for week 4 of season 2. Now I apologize for any fan audio in the background, but this cannot be avoided. And well, let's go on and get ahead with these weekly recap. In the first match, we have Dan in the St. Louis Sableyes versus Jordi in the Leeds Rhyhorns. In a long battle, Dan and Jordi clashed. Jordi's Sylveon and Claydol combo toxic and walled a lot of Dan's Pokemon, leaving Dan in a bind. Dan, however, was able to KO Mega Manectric and Claydol with Armaldo, and did a surprise recovery from death while at 1 HP with his Cresselia. And unfortunately, Jordi was able to come out with a 2-0 victory. In this suspenseful battle, Cypher faced off against Laxrus. After setting Stealth Rocks up, Lax had Togekiss come out. They ran havoc upon Cypher's team with Paraflinching, KOing almost about 3 Pokemon on his team. However, as Arceus would have it, Cypher fired off an Ice Beam from his Starmie, freezing and then KOing the Togekiss. Cypher then managed to bring out his Scrafty, and after setting up with 2 Bulk Ups, he effectively swept Slax's team with a couple of Moxie boosts. Unfortunately, Slax did try to halt Cypher's advance with an Amogus with Spore, but Scrafty managed to wake up just in time, finishing the match and Cypher taking the victory. The next match is Dench in the Viridian Beedrills versus Voyage in the East Lansing Toxicroaks. This next match was an unforeseen one. After Dench had his Kingdra switched in after 2 or so turns, and then he went for a D-Dance. After getting a flinch on the first attack, Dench proceeded to sweep Voyage's team in a very hyped and surprising 6-0 match. Next up is Baiser in the San Francisco 49tails versus Rizipow in the Phoenix Implorers. In a battle with everything laid out, Baiser took on Riz. Riz was able to take out the Gengar with a pursuit from his T-Tar, along with the Umbreon and the Megazord X. Baiser was able to stand his ground, though, by one-shotting Riz's Bronzong with his Zard X before it went down. He also managed to take care of the rest of Riz's team with his Rotom W, winning the match in his favor. Next up, we have Eric in the Sacramento Kingdras versus Fanatax and the Manchester Hydreigon. In the short match, it is Eric versus Faint. After a few turns, Eric had brought in his Raikou and managed to set up a Sob and Calm Mind combo. He then KO'd 4 of Faint's Pokemon. Faint managed to bring out his Spiritomb, which had Infiltrator, and he defeated the Raikou. The damage had already been done, though, as Eric cleaned up with his Feraligatr and Diggersby combo, giving Eric the win. The next match is Just Weavile and the Wolverhampton Weaviles versus the Rage Nut and the Memphis Ursaring. After a rough start, Just Weavile brings in his Metaletta. Surprisingly, it manages to take out a Manaphy. After that, Just brought out his Mega Slowbro, while Rage busted out his Snorlax. The Snorlax almost got taken out, but after a switch on Just Weavile's part, he managed to bring his Shaman to finish it off. After taking out Rage's Mega Venusaur with his Skarmory afterwards, he manages to take out the rest of Rage's team with a Mega Slowbro. In this next match, it is Mystic Umbreon and the Anastar Umbreons versus Eva and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In a very even and intense match, it was Eva versus Mystic. At first, Mystic took out Ipa's Mamoswine with his Electros, but the Electros was KO'd by Ipa's Crawdaunt. Mystic's Milotic and Ipa's Vaporeon came out and toxic each other, but Ipa had Heal Bell. Mystic took it out with a crit on Hyper Voice from his Mega Gardevoir. After Ipa brought out his Jirachi, Mystic took it out with a Paralyzed Bisharp. Ipa's Crawdaunt finished it off. Mystic also took out Ipa's Mega Sableye with his Typhlosion, but that Typhlosion was taken out by Crawdaunt as well. The Milotic did manage to take out the Victini, and after reducing Crawdaunt's D-Dance with Icy Wind, it was KO'd. Donphan then came in and took care of the rest of the match, giving Mystic the victory. The last match is Tortoise and the Oakland Raichus versus Moxie and Fernape in the Baltimore Braviaries. Moxie and Fernape start out with Registeel, and Tortoise start out with Mesprit. Mesprit start out with a Fire Punch while Reggie rocks up the rocks. Light then switched it out to Clefable, and a long stall war between Mesprit and Clefable began. After a while, Tortoise switched out his Mesprit into Mega Gyarados, but the Clefable made short work of it. After the Mega Gyarados is taken out by Clefable, the Conkeldurr switched in. The Conkeldurr managed to knock off Clefable's leftovers, but he switched back out into Mesprit. The Clefable switched out to Porygon Z, and when the Porygon Z fired off a Tri-Attack, he switched back out to Clefable. The Clefable managed to take out the Mesprit, but Tortoise's Crocodile came in and managed to KO the Clefable. Moxie and Frenyape sent out his Sandslash and started wrecking everything, taking out 2 more Pokemon from Tortoise's team. After that, the Sandslash switched in and Salamence came out and swept the rest of the battle, giving Blake the win. And with that, that wraps up the weekly recap for Week 4. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.